We're rolling. I was just thinking as I was coming down here, you told me about this, your 50-50-50 challenge. It's your 29th, the 21st anniversary of your 29th birthday is the big...
It's the 21st anniversary of my 29th birthday tomorrow, Paul. Well done.
Now, midlife crisis, normally you sort of date somebody half your age, or you get a 4x4, or you hang out in the pigeon house. You decided, no, I'm going to do 50 days.
I think my whole life has been a midlife crisis. So there's one more challenge to add to it.
But was it something that had been bubbling for a while as you approached the big birthday?
I just thought, we've been in lockdown for the last 18 months. All the races I do are normally cancelled. You need a reason to get up and go for a run and go for a swim and keep doing what you're doing to stay fit. So I thought, well, why not do this?
So, as I said, it's 50-50-50. You're doing 50 days of, you're doing like 50...
50 runs and 50 swims in 50 days.
So, I'm guessing, as fit as you are, that's got to have hurt at times. Like, you must have just thought, what the... So
originally I planned on a minimum of 5k a day running and a minimum of a kilometre swimming. But as time went on, I sort of thought, I might extend that. So I'm actually at 493k of running, which is an average of 10k a day, which I just have that tomorrow in. And I've 90k swimming done.
I'm guessing Rio's okay with all this. He would...
Rio's pretty happy about it, yeah.
Right.
She's a little bit tired, but not too bad.
And what about Mark Barry and Kevin Marshall? Were they always sort of happy to be doing this kind of...
I'm not sure about Kevin. Mark is delighted. Mark was never much of a swimmer.
Was Kevin crying at any point? I heard he was crying. No.
Maybe the odd morning.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
Over his coffee. Mark was never much of a swimmer, and he really pushed himself to swim every single day for the last 50 days. So it's astounding how much swimming he's done.
Right.
The most he had swum before this was about 800 metres, and he's now swum up to 2k.
So I always think, and I mean, I used to do a lot of running, and unfortunately I don't as much now, but I try to do long walks. There's a kind of gorgeous sort of, you know, almost meditative sense to it once you get into the rhythm and once you're out there.
Yeah, and I tend to go at 6 in the morning, so I go up the cliff nice and early. There's very few people on it. There's just myself and the dog. Occasionally Mark or Kiki Mack has joined me.
Right.
But it's just lovely watching the sunrise over the seafront, and there's particular places you stop on the cliff and it's like a picture frame. It's just gorgeous. I
was about, I'd say, 3 inches away from the meaning of life. I don't know how close you got, because I would feel, especially in the mornings.
No, I was probably a little bit further away. I had the dog to keep me on solid ground.
Right. Now we should say this is all for Gavin Glynn as well. You've done a huge amount of fundraising. We'll link to that page. I know that the King of Greystones, I was getting my dates mixed up. It's actually on the 25th. I thought it was...
So the King of Greystones is the 25th, but because Rio can't cycle a bike, I don't train on the bike.
Right.
So she can only swim and run, so that's why I said, right, I'll do this instead.
Ah.
And I chose Gavin Glynn because they do so much work, so much good work for kids with cancer. And I know this is their time of year for their main fundraising, so I just thought we'll try and throw a few more bob their way. You are kind of living what is sort of like the Greystones ideal, where the swim happens, you have a dog, you have your coffee, you're generally kind of, a happy person. I don't know whether you sort of feel, oh, this is the life, or whether it's just how you live. Like, there's no kind of I'm blessed with the life that I live.
Right.
I love it.
Right.
Yeah, I work at home all the time. I can go out for my run and my swim whenever it suits. I prefer to go in the morning because that's when there's a nice buzz around. Yeah, no, it is.
Isn't there always the danger though that there's a kind of happier smug? Because you get to the point where people just bizarrely will resent somebody who's fit and who's going out in the morning. The happy pair. I always find it fascinating that people have this thing against the happy pair at times, where you just think they're doing exactly what they want to do and they love it.
Absolutely.
They're not doing this because they're pretending they love it. They really love it, and yet people get angry. Like, they get sort of like.
I think people get angry because they're jealous that they don't do it.
Right. Right.
I don't think anybody gets angry with me because I don't throw it in their faces. But I just love being up at that time and going to do my thing. It's what suits me. But I've always done it.
I just find that conflict is hilarious, because there is that absolute acknowledgement that of course it's great to be healthy, and it's great to sort of do all the things that in the back of your mind you should do this if you could, and all that, and yet to see it in action and to see it sort of presented to you, say, oh look, I can do this, and it's great. It's just that fantastic thing where the Irish spirit, maybe, I don't know, just that sort of begrudgery thing of like, ah.
I met a guy on the seafront about 6 weeks ago, and he was standing looking at the sunrise, and I said, "Isn't it amazing?" He said, "I've lived here for 20 years and I've never seen it. This is the first time I've got up for it." He said, "I'm definitely getting up tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day." I just thought, well, fair play.
Alternatively, you can stay up and then go to bed. I find that works just as well.
Maybe the battery on the camera might have run out.
Sometimes you'll see more colours than there were there, like so. Well, we'll put a link to your, well done, we'll put a link to your fundraising, and obviously people can link into the Gavin Glynn Foundation and the fact that the King of Greystones is happening. But now that tomorrow's your final day, would you give yourself, like, I don't know, as a kind of an athlete thing of saying, well, for a week I'm not going to do this, or I don't know how you...
I'll certainly give myself a few days off running. I'll probably stick to the swimming, because that's my bag.
Right.
That's what I can do.
And will Rio be okay with the no running, because he is...
She'll get walked, don't worry.
Oh, she will, okay.
And she doesn't like the heat anyway, so she's quite happy.
Yeah, that's heat, man. Holy.